Beneath your surface, and underground universe, driving fully alive, sensing everything, everywhere we're brilliant, mycelium, we dive, go deeper, branch out. We're gonna start that song over. Beneath your surface, an underground universe, driving fully alive, sensing everything, everywhere we're brilliant, mycelium, we go deeper, branch out, sustain life, feel every step we carry nutrients, sunshine and nourishing, we're elegant and flourishing. Have you vision? Are you listening? Can you feel us? Share our wisdom. Have you vision? Are you listening? Can you feel us? Share our wisdom. We're beneath your surface, an underground universe, thriving fully alive, sensitive, resilient, we're everywhere, we're brilliant, mycelium. I go deeper, branch out, sustain life, feel you. Every step we carry nutrients, sunshine and nourishing, we're elegant and flourishing. Have you vision? Are you listening? Can you feel us? Share our wisdom. Have you vision? Are you listening? Can you feel us? Share our wisdom. Have you vision? Are you listening? Can you feel us? Fear our wisdom. Share our vision. Have you listening? Feel us. Share our wisdom. Share our wisdom. Can you hear our wisdom? Share our wisdom. 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 Awesome. Yay. So that was called Brilliant Mycelium by Beautiful Chorus. Yes. That's such a beautiful day. Osiyo, welcome. Good to see you. Enough by M&T. Good day. Hello. We woke up this morning. Yay. Good to see you. Yeah. So, uh, so yes, that was Beautiful Chorus, and I love that song. I was listening to it this morning, and I feel like it's kind of a beautiful chorus kind of week for me. I love their music. It's so meditative and soothing and healing. So, I do have a announcement to make. However, while I get our story time together, I wanted us to listen to another song, and this is Tony Jones, Womening in Silence. So if you haven't heard Tony Jones, she has a beautiful array of music and songs that are very much musical affirmations, and I love it. Share. So enjoy. Post. I want to show and tell what pain said to me, aspiration said to me, high integrity and my evolution whispered me and told me that I had the right to remain silent, hide and seek. I calmed down the doing of the most to be enough. I received comments from above to comment below. I released the need to know, to be certain. I released the temptation to heal what is outside of me, to distract me from the healing within me. Time to drop in what the woman before me wouldn't. I was meant to woman in silence in this time of noise. I bow to the great I am, to the highest mind. My gifts, talents, purpose, all that I know and cling to, every inch of my identity, I offer to you. I have the right to remain silent. I pace myself, knowing I'm being summoned to sit for a second. Through silence, I am being prepared to be a catalyst for change. I take a deep look at how I'm building and creating the life I want. I feel the pull to go inward. I am spending time in solitude with spiritual data. I retire myself from needing to force it all to work. I fall more in love with what is. I allow more flow. I allow flow. I won't let my thinking cause me to forget who I am. In the temple of silence, I avoid myself from incompatible energies. I'm so courageous at being disliked. I am worthy even when I am silent. I am worthy even when I am rested. There are secrets and mysteries that are revealed to me in the big quiet. What noise does my heart dance to? What noise is my agenda attached to? Daily, I got to practice silence to find my rhythm. I feel the pulse of my heartbeat when I'm quiet. My life has its own rhythm. My pace is peace. The show and tell in me is not necessary for this part of the game. I woman in silence. I'm grounded in love when I do business. It's free of noisy games that try to rush me and hush me. The doing dogma is collapsing. The revolution of being is unfolding in me. I'm silencing. I'm silenced. My mouth is purified from gossip, flattery, egoic impulsions, oversharing, murmuring, complaining, blaming, and projection. I choose to have priestess speech. Grace consumes my mouth with wisdom. I'm womaning in silence. My mind is guarded in the midst of chaos and armored by divine memory. I am being changed. I'm remembering who I am, more than my name, more than my goals. I am still, and I can hear the chorus of the song my life to sing to the world through my being. Uncomfortable, yet this feels so good. I stand for this femininity. What in the world? I get to woman like this.
I hide and seek, playing with my uncertainty. By silence, I'm Osiyo, on the noise and hush. My feminine power is not external. It is earthly, deeply rooted, and unseen. It's not an announcement, nor performative. It is not to control. I won't miss this gold mine of now to silence. I weave a tapestry of truth that is under the radar of noise. I remove myself from all external noise, and I am the calm before, during, and after the storm. I don't need anyone to know or realize that. Others trust what I'm doing because they can feel who I am being with myself. I am deep devotion to the inner realms, to prepare, armor, to pray, affirm, to woman, to allow and trust. I commit to the timeline of love, moving behind the veil of darkness, to shine the light, to pierce through it. In silence, I make a covenant with myself. Joy over everything, spirit over everything, eternal over everything. Intentional woman is the move. I have the right to remain silent.
Perfect. So we got through 2 songs. So thank you for listening to those with me. And that leads us into a perfect segue into my announcement. So, yay. So that was Womaning in Silence by Tony Jones. So I found out yesterday that on the free version of StreamYard, which is, what I'm using to stream right now, you only have 20 hours for free. And so I will be switching over to a different live streaming platform and figuring out how I want to finish out this month. And so I am going to take a pause, and tomorrow, Wednesday, 21st, February 21st, I will be posting your bonus content, and I will be doing a test live stream in the afternoon time just to see how it works, because I've never used the streaming platform I'm going to switch over to. It's called OBS Studio, but I have not used that one before. So I do want to encourage you all to still check out the YouTube channel. I will have a fun roller skating video that I am really close to going ahead and uploading to YouTube. So that will be up tomorrow. But I wanted to offer some heads up. And then I also want to just share further updates on this process. So I do only have an hour left, and I don't want today's live stream to be cut short. So I really hope that you all continue to engage in the chat. I just won't have the time to read through everything, which I'm sure you'll understand. Certain comments I'll put up if I feel like I want to broadcast them. However, on the replay, everyone should be able to see the live stream comments as they were coming up, even on the replay. So I'm really trying to keep the experience I've been offering so far in mind as I'm preparing all of us for a transition onto another streaming service for the rest of the month. We do have about 7 more weekdays in this month. Can you believe it? We've gotten through 13 episodes. No, we've gotten through more. Or has it been 13 episodes? Because it's each weekday. So I believe it's 13 weekdays we've been through, and we've got 7 left. So yeah, can you? Yeah. Oh. Yes. Enough by MNT says, "Wow, Danny, that's amazing. You have consistently streamed nearly 20 hours. I have." Isn't that amazing? Yes, yes, yes. Okay. We're surprised. Oh, you can delete the saved recordings since they're saved on YouTube. Ooh, okay, let's get into it. See, Marissa Price with the resources. Check out her free Black women entrepreneurs community. It's all about this, sharing resources. Okay, Marissa says StreamYard just gives you the option to save on the platform, but you can delete them so it doesn't take up your hours. Oh, well, then I'm going to try that. I'm going to try this, and then I'll give an update on the community board about what's going to happen for tomorrow. But either way, check on the channel either way because you're going to have bonus content and you're going to have um, something on the community board. So I'll do a written update and then I'm still giving you bonus content tomorrow. Yes, I'm going to try this out. And to anyone else who didn't know, like me, it's okay being a newbie because if you ask for help and if you let people know what's going on, they'll help you out. So thank you, Marissa. Yes, that is a great hack. Okay. So for today, again, please keep commenting in the chat. I'm going to be looking at it. And yes, yes, yes. Thank you. Thank you. Ooh, yes. So to be announced. However, I do just want to offer my deepest, deepest gratitude for this experience. I am so blessed to allow this process to help me grow because I've got some big, big goals. And I understand that it's important to have long term goals and short term goals. And as a person who is healing, I also need to hold space for our coping skill today, which is pause. And so I have been also practicing consistency, commitment, and I've been practicing taking a pause. And it's a beautiful thing to practice this in community who also does this for themselves and is in the process of healing for themselves. Very beautiful thing. This is a safe space, safe, sacred place for anyone who is engaging in their passion project. It can look so many different ways. And so yes, yes. Marissa says yes. That's what we're here for. Yay! And this process has also showed me more ways to remind myself. I'm giving myself more opportunities and more core memories to remind myself that when I show up, people will also show up, right? And that fear of being seen has each day been chipped away at, and I'm able to release this anxiety around perfectionism each day I show up. And so thank you all for for being a part of this journey with me. You're literally going to be the people I mention when someone asks me later on, and even if they ask me right now, what got you here when you were first starting out? What really motivated you and what really kept you determined to see your dreams through? And this, I'm gonna mention this live. I'm gonna mention all you ladies. I'm gonna mention your channels. I'm gonna be like, I got caught up in a beautiful tornado of women making changes. And I said, I'm gonna be part of this change too. So I hopped in and I was like, I don't know how it's gonna look, but hey, I'm open. And I like what these ladies got going on. So let me support their channel. And then let me muster up some ideas so I can build my own channel. And then we can all continue supporting each other's channel and sharing each other's content and supporting each other through purchasing our offerings and sharing each other's offerings with people in our close circles. So, yes, yay! Mm-hmm. Osiyo, good morning. Let's talk about it with Mara, another beautiful channel, another woman healing, another woman that has offerings for those of us who are in our healing journey. So, yeah, good morning. Thank you for being here. Yay. Okay, so yeah, what does taking a pause, what could that look like, right? It could be any type of pause. It could even be how we start out our lives and we're just breathing together and listening to music. Are you ever encouraged to take a pause when you see someone else take a pause? Are you ever encouraged or reminded to slow down when you see someone else going at a slow pace? Right? Right? Have you ever been reminded, oh, yeah, I do need to take a break when you see someone else going to take a break or on their break? Right? When do you know it's time to pause and take time to reassess? I'm still learning that. I'm still in some of that mindset that I picked up in college of grind, 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 and ignore all of those signs in my body that are saying, I need rest. I need to take a break. I need a pause. I need water. I need a bathroom break. I need a snack. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I'm fatigued. Like all of those signs that our body will share with us, even when we're doing something that's our passion project. We still have to take a break. We still have to take a pause. We still have to ask for help, right? Like me, I was like, you know what, everyone, I'm going to take a pause. And I needed help. And someone in my community, Marissa, said, let me help you out because there's something that it sounds like you might not know that I know, and it doesn't hurt to share. And that is contagious. I will be more willing to offer that kindness to someone else because it's helped me so much. I'll be able to spot, and I'll be more receptive to hearing when someone else is asking for help. Sometimes our sisters are giving out a call for help in different ways, and are we paying attention enough to offer them some affirmation or a little bit of help, a little bit of information? How do I hold space for me? Right? Am I comfortable doing that? Or am I only comfortable holding space for other people? Right? Some of us building YouTube channels, we are the strong friend. So, do I know how to hold space for me in the way that I'm holding space for other people? Right? And maybe holding space for me is the asking for help, is the taking time to reassess and confirming what my next steps need to be. Maybe holding space for me is taking a break, it is taking a pause, right? And yesterday, our coping skill was sleep. I took 2 long naps yesterday. I needed it. I needed it. The weekend tore me up in all the best ways. And so I needed rest on Monday. And Tuesday, I'm like, another thing, another obstacle. And I'm like, well, it's okay because yesterday I took time in the morning. And so this morning, I was like, you know what? I'm ready for the 6 a.m. So tomorrow, I will keep you updated. You'll see something by the end of today about what's going on tomorrow morning. So again, thank you so much for being here, and I am so grateful for this sisterhood as well. I have to read this. Marissa says that is me too. I don't know how or why I got into this wonderful tornado of sisterhood, but I'm here to stay. Yes, yeah. Let's talk about Mara at Marissa, right? Just stumbled into this community. God is good all the time. Yes. Enough by MNT. Seeing ways other women lean into rest and ease is so inspiring. And it is. And it is. It is. Yes. And you know what? I was like, I need women like that are in the process too, in the process of healing, of creation. And boom, you all said poof on my YouTube algorithm. So, yes. Okay, so I'm checking in on the time. I am going to leave this here, right? So, whenever you need, remember this coping skill. And then remember our book of the month or of the week is All About Love by Bell Hooks. I am going to pick something to read at the end, depending on how much time we have. But I do want to hop into our story of the day. So, as always, I like to put on some tunes. Let me turn this down. Get comfy, get your drink. The story of the day is the story of Manus. Yeah, and there's some fun words in there that I'm going to make up how to pronounce. So, you've been warned. You've been warned. Okay, yay! So I hope this coping skill is speaking to you, and I'm really grateful for you all for being here. I'm really grateful. Thank you. Okay, so let's take one deep breath together. Doesn't hurt. Ready? Inhale, hold, and exhale. Awesome. Yeah. Oh. Enough by MNT says, I prayed for a community, and I could never have imagined it would be this healing and empowering. Such a blessing. I agree. I agree. Grateful for you too, Danny. I'm grateful for you. Yay. And another woman who is healing, Enough by MNT. Lots of art, lots of music, and whew, lots of reading as well if you enjoy the read alongs. So, yeah, give her a follow. Okay, yes. Awesome. So, the story of Manus. Far away, over the sea of the west, there reigned a king who had two sons, and the name of the one was Oriel. Oriel. And the name of the other was I- Ireland. It's because however I pronounce it the first time, I'm going to need to stay consistent with pronouncing it like that. So one of the names was Oriel and the other was Ireland. When Ireland, okay, Ireland. Oriel and Ireland. When the boys were still children, their father and mother died, and a great council was held, and a man was chosen from among them who would rule the kingdom till the boys were old enough to rule it themselves. The years passed on, and by, another council was held, and it was agreed that the king's sons were now of an age to take the power which rightly belonged to them. So the youths were bidden to appear before the council, and Oriel, the elder, was smaller and weaker than his brother. I like not to leave the deer on the hill, and the fish in the rivers, and sit in judgment on my people, said Oriel, when he had listened to the words of the chief of the council. And the chief waxed angry, and answered quickly, Not one clod of earth shall even be yours, if this day you do not take on yourself the vows that were taken by the king your father. Then spake Ireland, the younger, and he said, Let one half be yours, and the other give to me. Then you will have fewer people to rule over. Yes, I will do that, answered Oriel. After this, one half of the men of the land of Lokwan did homage to Oriel, and the other half to Ireland, and they governed their kingdoms as they would. And in a few years they became grown men with beards on their chins. And Ireland married the daughter of the king of Greece, and Oriel the daughter of the king of Orkney. The next year sons were born to Oriel and Ireland, and the son of Oriel was big and strong, but the son of Ireland was little and weak. And each had 6 foster brothers who went everywhere with the princess. One day, Manus, son of Oriel, and his cousin, the son of Ireland, called to their foster brothers and bade them come and play a game at shinny in the great field near the school where they were taught all that princes and nobles should know. Long they played, and swiftly did the ball pass from one to another, when Manus drove the ball at his cousin, the son of Ireland. The boy, who was not used to be roughly handled, even in jest, cried out that he was sorely hurt, and went home with his foster brothers, and told his tale to his mother. The wife of Ireland grew white and angry as she listened, and thrusting her son aside, sought the council hall where Iarlaid was sitting. Manus was driven a ball at my son. Manus has driven a ball at my son, and fain would have slain him. Fain would have slain him, said she. Let an end be put to him and his ill deeds. But Iarlaid said, Nay, I will not slay the son of my brother. And he shall not slay my son, said the queen. And calling to her chamberlain, she ordered him to lead the prince to the four brown boundaries of the world, and to leave him there with a wise man, who would care for him and let no harm befall him. And the wise man set the boy on the top of a hill, where the sun always shone, and he could see every man, but no man could see him. Then she summoned Manus to the castle, and for a whole year she kept him fast, and his own mother could not get speech to him. But in the end, when the wife of Oriel fell sick, Manus fled from the tower, which was his prison, and stole back to his own home. For a few years he stayed there in peace, and then the wife of Iarlaid, his uncle, sent for him. It is time that you were married, said she, when she saw that Manus had grown tall and strong, like unto Iarlaid. Tall and strong you are, and comely of face. I know a bride that will suit you well, and that is the daughter of the mighty Earl of Thingad, that does homage for his lands to me. I myself will go with a great following to his house, and you shall go with me. Thus it was done. And though the earl's wife was eager to keep her daughter with her yet a while, she was fain to yield, as the wife of Iarlaid vowed that not a rood of land should the earl have, unless he did her bidding. But if he would give his daughter to Manus, she would bestow on him the third part of her own kingdom, with much treasure beside. This she did, not from love to Manus, but because she wished to destroy him. So they were married and rode back with the wife of Iarlaid to her own palace. And that night, while he was sleeping, there came a wise man, who was his father's friend, and awoke him, saying, Danger lies very close to you, Manus, son of Oriel. You hold yourself favored, because you have as a bride the daughter of a mighty earl. But do you know what bride the wife of Iarlaid sought for her own son? It was no worldly wife she found for him, but the swift March wind, and never can you prevail against her. Is it thus? Answered Manus, and at the first streak of dawn he went to the chamber where the queen lay in the midst of her maidens. I have come, he said, for the third part of the kingdom, and for the treasure which you promised me. But the wife of Iarlaid laughed as she heard him. Not a clod shall you have here, spake she. You must go to the old Bergen for that. Mayhap under its stones and rough mountains you may find a treasure. Then give me your son's 6 foster brothers as well as my own, answered he, and the queen gave them to him, and they set out for old Bergen. A year passed by, and found them still in that wild land, hunting the reindeer and digging pits for the mountain sheep to fall into. For a time, Manus and his 12 companions lived merrily, but at length Manus grew weary of the strange country, and they all took ship for the land of Lochlan. The wind was fierce and cold, and long was the voyage, but one spring day they sailed into the harbor that lay beneath the castle of Iarlaid. The queen looked from her window and beheld him mounting the hill, with the 12 foster brothers behind him. Then she said to her husband, Manus has returned with his 12 foster brothers. With that, I could put an end to him, and his murdering and his slaying. That were a great pity, answered Ireland, and it is not I that will do it. If you will not do it, I will, said she, and she called the 12 foster brothers and made them vow fealty to herself. So Manus was left with no man, and sorrowful was he when he returned alone to Old Bergen. It was late when his foot touched the shore, and took the path toward the forest. On his way, there met a man in a red tunic. Is it you, Manus, come back again? Asked he. It is I, answered Manus. Alone have I returned from the land of Lochwin. The man eyed him silently for a moment, and then said, I dreamed that you were girt with a sword and became king of Lochwin. But Manus answered, I have no sword, and my bow is broken. I will give you a new sword, if you will make me a promise, said the man once more. To be sure I will make it, if ever I am king, answered Manus. But speak, and tell me what promise I am to make. I was your grandfather's armorer, replied the man, and I wish to be your armorer also. That I will promise readily, said Manus, and followed the man into his house, which was at a little distance. But the house was not like other houses, for the walls of every room were hung so thick with arms that you could not see the boards. Choose what you will, said the man, and Manus unhooked a sword and tried it across his knee, and it broke, and so did the next, and the next. Leave off breaking the swords, cried the man, and look at this old sword and helmet and tunic that I wore in the wars of your grandfather. Perhaps you may find them of stouter steel. And Manus bent the sword thrice across his knee, but he could not break it. So he girded it to his side and put on the old helmet. As he fastened the strap, his eye fell on a cloth flapping outside the window. What cloth is that? Asked he. It is a cloth that was woven by the little people of the forest, said the man, and when you are hungry, it will give you food and drink. And if you meet a foe, he will not hurt you, but will stoop and kiss the back of your hand in token of submission. Take it and use it well. Manus gladly wrapped the shawl around his arm and was leaving the house when he heard the rattling of a chain blown by the wind. What chain is that? Asked he. The creature who has that chain round his neck need not fear 100 enemies, answered the armorer. And Manus wound it round him and passed on into the forest. Suddenly there sprang out from the bushes 2 lions and a lion cub with them. The fierce beasts bounded towards him, roaring loudly, and would fain have eaten him. But quickly Manus stooped and spread the cloth upon the ground. At that the lions stopped, and bowing their great heads, kissed the back of his wrist and went their ways. But the cub rolled itself up in the cloth. So Manus picked them both up and carried them with him to Old Bergen. Another year went by, and then he took the lion cub and set forth to the land of Lochwin. And the wife of Ireland came to meet him, and a brown dog, small but full of courage, came with her. When the dog beheld the lion cub, he rushed towards him, thinking to eat him. But the cub caught the dog by the neck and shook him, and he was dead. And the wife of Ireland mourned him sore, and her wrath was kindled. And many times she tried to slay Manus and his cub, but she could not. And at last they too went back to Old Bergen, and the 12 foster brothers went also. Let them go, said the wife of Ireland when she heard of it. My brother, the red Grugok, will take the head off Manus as well in Old Bergen as elsewhere. Now these words were carried by a messenger to the wife of Oriel, and she made haste and sent a ship to Old Bergen to bear away her son before the red Grugok. should take the head off him. And in the ship was a pilot. But the wife of Ireland made a thick fog to cover the face of the sea, and the rowers could not row, lest they should drive the ship onto a rock. And when night came, the lion cub, whose eyes were bright and keen, stole up to Manus, and Manus got on his back. And the lion cub sprang ashore and bade Manus rest on the rock and wait for him. So Manus slept, and by a voice sounded in his ears, saying, Arise. And he saw a ship in the water beneath him, and in the ship sat the lion cub in the shape of the pilot. Then they sailed away through the fog, and none saw them. And they reached the land of Lochlan, and the lion cub with the chain round his neck sprang from the ship, and Manus followed after. And the lion cub killed all the men that guarded the castle, and Ireland and his wife also, so that, in the end, Manus, son of Oriel, was crowned king of Lochlan. Okay, this has been shortened from West Highland Tales. All right then, we got through our story, and the live stream didn't cut off. Hey! Oh, hey, Osiyo! Alicia's here. Good morning. Yay! Yeah. So we did it. Yay! Yeah, so that was an interesting story. More bloodshed than we've been getting lately. It seems like this time the wives were a little trifling, I'm just going to say. Like, the brothers already had their beef, but then they were like, okay, we'll just split the kingdom. But then the wives they married were not really for having kingdoms that were peacefully like co-ruling. I don't know. They weren't even having to co-rule. They were just like, you're trying to connect with the kingdom with the treasures. Oh no, you won't. I'm on my son or whatever. Like, it's just petty. A lot of these stories have a layer of petty coating many of the characters, and that's the wild part. Because I know people really did used to do things in a way like this. Like, the pettiness is just alive and well nowadays. So it's funny to read it in a storybook from the 90s because I'm like, it's 2024 and people still be acting like that. Not exactly like that because it's kind of medieval, but I don't know. I could compare it to some behaviors I be seeing. But yes, so thank you so much for being here this morning. And now, since we've got some time, yay, let's go ahead and pick a section to read about, all about love. And then, yes, again, as a reminder, our coping skill. Pause, take a break, take time to reassess and confirm next steps, ask for help, and hold space for you. Yeah? So let's see. Yeah. Does anyone have any like chapter you'd like to read out of here? Or because usually what I do, I'm just like, Spirit lead me. Yeah. Ooh. I like this section on values. Okay, let's see. Enough by MNT says, has anyone read this full book? I want to read it, but can never get past 2 chapters. Ooh, yeah. Okay. Marissa, I haven't read this all the way. Sorry, I did not answer that. I was just like, because I had an idea. We can do a book club. I'm more than happy to read this fully. I know there's so many others who have this book as well. There's also an audiobook version. audiobook, but it's on YouTube. I would personally rather hear like a voice closer to mine read this if I were to listen to this book, because I think that was like a man's voice, which, no shade, no shade, but it might hit different listening to it from a voice that, yes, right, feel a bit more relatable. Um, but I'm open. I'm open. Yes, okay. Marissa, these live streams really make my entire day, Danny. Thank you. Oh, that's such an honor. That's such an honor. Yay. Because I was saying yesterday to my partner, like, I'm so grateful to be able to commune in space like this with you all, because I literally binge watch your channels. And so I'm like, it's just an honor to give back in this way, because I am experiencing, and I'm sure you all experience this, it is we're giving energy by creating and holding a space online. And so after these lives, I definitely notice the energy I'm putting forth, and it just makes me so much more appreciative of all the videos I'm able to go back on your channels and look at, right? Because I'm like, wow, they put all this effort and energy into showing up this many times. Like, I have so many videos I get to choose from on your channel. So it's my little something something to give to the offering pot, to put in the offering pot. But yes, thank you. Thank you. Okay. So glad this is what you picked to read. Yay. It is all delicious. Yay. Mm-hmm. I just finished about a month ago. Ooh, perfect. So you really know. Yay. Okay, okay. I am tired after every live. Yes, it's like I'm literally enjoying, like I'm full of joy. And then afterwards, I'm just like, I just want to go shower, drink some tea, have some breakfast, and go take a nap. Like, thank you for being honest, because I literally was going through that yesterday. I'm like, I'm loving this, and also I feel kind of tired. Like, yes, okay, we're being honest here. Just leads us perfectly into our coping skill. It's always okay to take a break. Okay, so I think this would be a perfect section then. Values. I think this would be perfect. It was at the end. Please stand by. Let me just go to the table of contents. Oh, okay. Chapter 6, Values, Living by a Love Ethic. So that's page 85. Okay. Okay. Values, Living by a Love Ethic. This is a quote by Marianne Williamson. We must live for the day and work for the day when human society realigns itself with the radical love of God. In a truly democratic paradigm, there is no love of power for power's sake. Cool. Okay, so I'm going to read to us the end of the chapter. So, looking at the time. Okay. Okay, we're going to read from page 99 to 101. Okay, yay. So, page 99. When small communities organize their lives around a love ethic, every aspect of daily life can be affirming for everyone. I'll come back to this. When small communities organize their lives around a love ethic, like us, every aspect of daily life can be affirming for everyone. In all his prose work, Kentucky poet Wendell Berry writes eloquently about the positive values that exist in rural communities that embrace an ethic of communalism and the sharing of resources. Top of page 100. In another turn of the crank, Berry exposes the extent to which the interest of big business lead to the destruction of rural communities, reminding us that destruction is fast becoming the norm in all types of communities. He encourages us to learn from the lives of folks who live in communities governed by a spirit of love and communalism, sharing some of the values held by citizens of these communities. He writes, they are people who take and hold a generous and neighborly view of self-preservation. They do not believe that they can survive and flourish by the rule of dog eat dog. They do not believe that they can succeed by defeating or destroying or selling or using up everything but themselves. They doubt that good solutions can be produced by violence. They want to preserve the precious things of nature, of human culture, and pass them on to their children. That they see that no commonwealth or community of interest can be defined by greed. They know that work ought to be necessary. It ought to be good. It ought to be satisfying and dignifying to the people who do it, and genuinely useful and pleasing to the people for whom it is done. I like living in small towns precisely because they are most often the places in our nation where basic principles underlying a love ethic exist and are the standards by which most people try to live their lives. In the small town where I live, now only some of the time, there is a spirit of neighborliness, of fellowship, care, and respect. These same values existed in the neighborhoods of the town in which I grew up. Even though I spend most of my time in New York City, I live in a cooperative apartment building where we all know each other. We protect and nurture our collective well-being. We strive to make our home place a positive environment for everyone. We all agree that integrity and care enhance all our lives. We try to live by the principles of love ethic. To live our lives based on the principles of love ethic, showing care, respect, knowledge, integrity, and the will to cooperate, we have to be courageous. Learning how to face our fears is one way we embrace love. I'm reading that again. Learning how to face our fears is one way we embrace love. Our fear may not go away, but it will not stand in the way. Those of us who have already chosen to embrace the love ethic, allowing it to govern and inform how we think and act, we know that when we let our light shine, we draw to us and are drawn to other bearers of light. We are not alone. That was perfect. That was perfect. I love that so much. I loved that so much. And we still have time? Oh, yeah. We're going to listen to another song by Beautiful Chorus. Let's see. And we still have time? I thought I was going to get cut off, but I didn't. I said, slow down, Danny. Read, take your time. Oh, I need to charge this. Okay. We'll play on the speaker.
Battery
It's okay.
40%.
Because we are going to listen to another song. We have time. Okay. In the meantime. Okay, so Alicia said, I really enjoyed it. Love is one of my favorite topics, and hearing her perspectives on love are interesting and sometimes challenging. That's right. Yeah, it's a great perspective. Thank you for sharing. Enough by MNT. Thanks. This is the nudge I needed, I think, to stay inspired, to keep reading. Yeah, we can always read in community. Yeah, that's definitely encouraging. Marissa, having been abroad now, it is so clear how wrong this individualistic society is. Speak it, girl. Speak it. Woo. Ooh, problematic. Alicia says, at Enough by M&T. I've been using the book as a prompt for self-reflection and learning. Next quarter, I want to have a meetup to ask ourselves the questions from literature and share. Yay! That is so beautiful. That sounds like an idea spirit. That sounds like a spirit-led download. I love that. Gonna start a whole nother movement. That's so beautiful. Yes, I like to hear the author's perspectives, but I also leave room for my own thoughts too. It's a great guide. Yeah. Yeah. Individualism harms us. Yes. We need that communal. We need that communal. Okay. Yay. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so let's go ahead and pick one. They have so many beautiful ones. Let's listen to I Stay Lucky. I've never heard this one before. I Stay Lucky. It is. Take your time. Thank you. I always need a good reminder. I'd be like,
I stay lucky. Everything is always working out. I stay lucky. Everything is always working out for me. I stay lucky.
this is I Stay Lucky.
Everything is always working out. I stay lucky. Everything is always working out for me. I stay lucky. Everything is always working out. I stay lucky. Everything is always working out for me. I stay lucky. Everything is always working out. I stay lucky. Everything is always working out for me. I stay lucky. Everything is always working out.
Oh, that's a really short song. Okay. Let's hear Inner Peace, because that's always a good one. Let's just keep listening to music together until the end.
There's a song inside each one of us, and it grows as we've come to know we are celestial beings, and the galaxy rejoices here eternally. So please let me feel inner peace from my center at the center of me. Please let me feel inner peace from my center at the center of me. My heart is open, I am aware, in me's a knowing I'm loved, loved, around me. My heart is open. I am aware. In me's a knowing of love, love, love. My heart is open. I am aware. In me's a knowing of love, 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 love.
Reveal our true nature. We are all divine emanations, each of us a blessed letter emblazoned in sacred text. Made ready, we will shine, one beautiful moonbeam at a time, until the world is bathed in radiant splendor. Give us the ears to hear the celestial blast. Give us the eyes to recognize we were made for creating, for marvelous coherence. Oh, glorious conductor of the symphony of us, please let me feel inner peace.
Aww, that song is way too beautiful. Okay, Kikat, say hello. Say Osiyo. Say Osiyo family. His little pause. Did you see that? Say Osiyo family. Okay. If anyone ever wants a cat, just know your cat's gonna be all in the business. Like in the business. But yes, we made it. I hope this has been just what you needed this morning. It's what I needed. Enough vitamin T. Thank you for being here. Yay. Alicia, thank you so much. I hope your day is joyous and filled with love. Me too. Enough vitamin T deserves all the love, all the love. Have a beautiful day. Yeah. A little companion, a little companion. Yeah, and I think he recognizes your voices too, because I really do be listening to your videos that often. Yeah, he just comes and cuddles with me, and we be watching your videos. So thank you so much for this morning. I'm going to check out that advice from Marissa. So I'll check with StreamYard. Either tomorrow I'm streaming with StreamYard, or I will be doing a testing for a different thing. I'm pretty sure the StreamYard is going to work. But yes, just wanted to keep you in the loop. So check out the community board for what's popping tomorrow morning. And you will have bonus content tomorrow. Okay, so have fun with watching that video of me roller skating. Let me know what you think of the song I chose, and you'll have a bonus story. Yeah. Marissa, thank you for this, and please care for yourself. These lives can be a lot. Yeah, and I do think about that, how you are reminding me of take your time. It's okay, take your time. What I will hold myself accountable for, and this will encourage me to take my time, is just to keep you all updated in the loop. That's all. That's all, and you're all understanding. Like literally, it's just such a blessing to have such an understanding community. Yes, so thank you, Marissa, for these reminders. Isn't she such a perfect mentor? Like, look at her coaching me. But yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I do want to end with us having a collective 3 deep breaths. because I feel that would be a perfect way to end consistently. Just having a collective 3 deep breath. Yeah. So thank you so much for this beautiful reminder. Much love. Okay. And thank you everyone for being here. Those on the live, those on the replay. So are we ready for our 3 deep breaths? Okay. Make sure to roll those shoulders a bit. Roll your neck. Ooh, I know I need it from reading. Okay. And I like to put my left hand over my heart. My left hand, just because my left hand is already closer to the left side where my heart is. And then I like to put my right hand over my belly. So inhale, hold, and exhale. Again, inhale, hold, and exhale. Last one. Inhale, hold, and exhale. And to end out, sisters on 3. 1, 2, 3, sisters. Yay! Yeah, I have to do the whole thing. 1, 2, 3, sisters. It just doesn't give the same thing unless I give the whole sisters. Yes. And I was able to go a little bit over an hour and it didn't get cut off. Yay! Okay, you all, much love. I'll keep you updated. And thank you again for being a part of this experience. It wouldn't be the same without you. Okay, until next time. Wado.